to the first episode of the Bear Market Builders. We're The first episode is with Big Head Billionaires. We got B Haley behind the mic. He's the project founder, and I'll let him give a little rundown on what Big Head Billionaires is.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks again for inviting me here to the first one. It's like an honor to help you build up your platform. I'm like proud of you for what you're doing at such a young age, man. I really think you're on top of your shit. Excuse my language, but yeah, a little bit about me is like I do animation, graphic design, video production, music production, pretty much anything with digital media. A little bit of web development as well. Been doing it for like the last 12, 15 years now. Um, Pretty much all freelance. I've always worked for myself, and Web3's kind of given us some like really interesting opportunities for me to come over and take my talents over here and build like a community as well as some like really fun shit like the show itself, the animated show we do, Big Head Billionaires. You can find it on YouTube for free. But like the people that do come and decide to like invest in the project or adopt a character, they can coming up that you're going to be able to get them in shorts, in episodes more frequently, voice acts. You can give ideas for episodes and shorts already. So yeah, man. I mean, it's just been a vibe. Like we've been here making content for a while now. For like the last 6 months, we've been blowing shit up here on CT and kind of growing as well on like TikTok and YouTube. We just hit 1,000 subs on our YouTube. We've had about 59,000 unique views in the last 28 days on our page on YouTube. Same thing kind of on TikTok. We got like 15. I can't remember what Treat said, but he said the numbers getting up there as well on that side. So very, very proud to see like that we're establishing a good footprint for the content that we're making, and also really glad to hear that people enjoy it and that they think it's funny and that they love to be a part of it. So that's kind of like just like a general synopsis of what we doing.
Yeah, I would just explain it as the South Park of Web3. You guys really go after anyone and just have a good time. I guess that will bring up my first question. You explaining it. Like what do you gain from holding a big head billionaire?
Sure. So like we're unlike a lot of other projects. Like we don't really have staking. We're not making like financial rev share promises, and we don't typically have like what people would think is like a huge white paper or a roadmap. But like what we do have is like a really persistent goal to keep delivering content and to keep our community involved. So like that's the main focus of the holding the project is like we literally see this as you adopting a character. So whether that be somebody gave it to you or you got it as a giveaway or you came and actually adopted one from the secondary marketplaces, that's your character. And there's ways for you to kind of participate and gain stuff to customize them and kind of make it more like personalized. But the whole idea is that by holding one, you can get both that NFT and other NFTs you own into the content we create. And not only just like the NFT that you feel represents you, if you are so imposed to, you could potentially, like I said, actually do the voice for your character if the content comes out good. Obviously we have like kind of a benchmark for what we use. It has to have like at least a minimum level of quality or actorship, so to speak. But like a lot of people in the space are very skilled. Like Liz is one. She can do many voices. Very excited to have an opportunity to come and do use some of her talents to voice act in the show for character spots. So again, I think it's kind of a unique way to like get involved with the project. Again, we want to take feedback from our membership for writing, for ideas for shorts, for episodes, for what characters they think would be funny, what topics they want us to cover, who's buzzing right now. All of that stuff is drummed up by the people that hold. And I just kind of, as a creative director, take on my position to create the vision that we kind of all have into something that we can all enjoy. So I like I said, it's not really like tons of financial promises from our end. But that being said, we've done some really interesting stuff with like traits and allowing people to improve their characters. And I can say like some people definitely made off okay on like so far, like their investments, trying to adopt characters and spread the love. So there's definitely opportunities that we're trying to provide. Again, another thing is going to be like our stage paths coming up. So it'll kind of be able to let people speculate on like what they think it's worth to be in the show and like a guaranteed spot. And that kind of opens it up for, let's say, like an influencer or something wants to get a cameo spot in an episode. Like that could be good press for them to have their voice in it or their character featured in the episode, as well as like we're kind of trying to bring that energy to like other projects that need help in exposure. I think this is like a great way. It's better than like just paying for an ad on Twitter or something. You kind of get built into the story, and it shows people your product in a way that they may not have seen it otherwise. Like, and in a light that it doesn't feel like an ad.
Yeah. So the last two projects that you've made a show about was what last one was Bloonsville, right? And then the one before that was Utes.
Well, so we do two things. We do our own show and we like people collaborate in that show as both like cameos and advertisements and stuff. But we also do animation as a service. So like the Balloonsville one, like we had their character featured in the episode, but we also did like a whole story arc for them. It was like 4 parts. There's a full stitch on the YouTube if you want to go watch it. But that was just to advertise their stuff. So like we just did the animation as a service for them, helped out their project, helped them kind of illustrate what they wanted to do with their ascension for promo. And like that's another big thing. So like you'll see we put the rotten eggs in our show, we put Utes, we put Balloonsville, we had Suteki, but dude got his ass bit by a rug in there. There's Koala Bot Club. Like we're gonna have Ghost Kids, MTC, and Jelly Rascals in the next episode, as well as maybe like you'll see like Bubble Goose. So like I see like this project is like a hub for like all the characters that kind of exist in our universe, and I think it's like a great way to make them all interact, like I said, and to give people the chance to like give them exposure for their PFPs and the stuff that they like not just the big heads, but like really, like I said, MTC or Rascals. Like we get support from all over. Like I think in episode 5 we're gonna have like probably Liberty Square, and like we're just really shooting for the talking points, the people that people want to see in episodes that are going to be noteworthy and really grab engagement and stuff like that.
Yeah. So how long does it usually take to, make the characters? I guess because obviously they're talking, and it probably takes a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it takes a decent amount of time, especially for the lip sync. There's like some tools that I'm looking into to help me automate some of this process so that like the scenes actually don't take me so much time. But one thing I am passionate about is like how much time I put into just the lip sync, because you can actually like read the character's lips when they speak. Like it all lines up like really perfectly and stuff. Even if the rest of the animation is kind of hokey, it adds to the comedy. But like that stuff translates like really amazing. So it takes a fair amount of time, man. I mean, I'd say like at least a month for me to get these episodes together, if not more, depending on like what's happening. But like, I think the important thing for us is that we're always moving, whether it be like a short that we're putting out, a full length episode, doing animation as a service, or just like networking in general to try to like kind of improve both the holders' lives and projects and our own lives. Like we're never stopping out here in this ecosystem. So that's like one of the things that we are on top of.
Nice. Um. So how big is the Big Head Billionaire collection?
So not many people know this because we've been around as big heads for a minute, but the original project started as Scumbags. And it was like an ironic name because I thought it was funny. Like this is the only place that had like a good community where you wouldn't get rugged. There's a bunch of scumbags, and those are the money bag characters that you'll see in the show.
Wait a minute.
Those are
That
yeah,
wait for real?
yeah.
I held one and sold it.
I hear that a lot. If you would have kept it, you would have got a big head mitt for free. So like that's what we did. There was 3,000 scumbags, right? And the active membership, I think it was only around 1,000 people at the time because like we did things for a long time as scumbags. It just didn't really work out. But the people that were active, we took them with us and pivoted them for free to the Big Head project. So it went from 3,000 to 7,000. So we have 7K in this collection, but when we revamp the scumbags to have full bodies and stuff, it'll be like the other 3K so that we have kind of like a 10K envelope total. It's just like the protagonist and the antagonist is like my ultimate vision for the two projects.
So like how long have you been like big head?
Probably about 7 months now. Like, we switched over from scumbags in like I want to say July, and then I minted in like August. It's everything is a blur in the NFT space now. Like it feels like 40 years ago.
Yeah. And so like how did you were you the founder of Scumbags or did you like take on the role for
Yo,
Big Head? Okay. So you were
no, I
oh,
was same guy. Same. I've
okay.
never rugged a project or like had to move on at least
Yeah.
without like taking the people with me. So I'm very proud of that fact.
Yeah. Okay. Um dang, I'm just looking at all the questions I wrote down. So why did you pick Soul for launching a project?
Sure, that's an easy question. When I first got into NFTs, I was obviously introduced to like Ethereum NFTs, and I did some exploring around. Like, obviously, tried to collect stuff, but like the fence of the gas fees at the time was like very, very expensive. I think that's changed quite a bit now with like the volume being down. But let's say volume in the future like spikes a lot, and there's a lot more interest, like a bull run again. That fence is going to run up really high and keep people out of like transacting as much. So in my mind, like having a gas fee is just kind of like an elitist fence that keeps out like people you don't want to trade with. You know what I'm saying? And like there's a lot of great people that just can't afford to pay that want to be involved with something bigger. And I thought Sol with the low transaction fees and still pretty much everything that Ethereum has is just a lot cheaper to transact was just a way smarter play. It may be like smaller, but like functionally, I think it's going to be like what gets used the most, especially because of like the network speeds and stuff. Unfortunately, like we still see issues like we're seeing today, like with the network being down sometimes. But I think like in the future that'll improve, especially as like collaboration gets better between some of these blockchains. They'll kind of assist each other and shit like that. But I'm still bullish on Sol because of the transaction fees and the speed. Like I said, I think they're going to be the first to a billion users, and that's like where I want to be.
Yeah, I'm super bullish on Soul. So I don't know if I feel like you said something about this, but like, what was your end goal? Like, what's your end goal for Big Head?
Sure. I think a lot of people for animated spaces in animated projects in the space, they have kind of this goal of they want to pitch to a network or get picked up by like Netflix and stuff, and that would be cool. Like obviously we gain exposure, but like the ins and outs of the industry are kind of like this, where like if a studio is giving you money for your stuff, they like own your IP in a way, and they're selling it. So like I think like what we're doing is a bit different. We're establishing our footprint organically like through our own channels so that we can make those valuable for like both sponsorships and like all of this stuff to where like we have the negotiating leverage at the end of the day. We have all the analytics to support like that we've sold merchandise, we've sold adopted characters, that we've have all these crazy views and reach and stuff on all these various platforms. That stuff is incredibly valuable to those studios. So like what I'm trying to do with this project is like legit solidify the IP of these characters to like the level of like South Park and like Family Guy and like stuff like that, but retain the ownership for both myself and our community members. Because somewhere along the way, in like a lot of these projects, there's like that sellout moment where like they don't own it anymore. And I think that comes from a little bit of like weakness because they don't have the leverage of the audience. And that's what they're hoping the studio will do with them for the exposure. But like what happens is like these shows will get greenlit, they'll get reviewed, and then they'll get dropped. And you may still get paid, but then like you've already signed the contract, they own the stuff, they just decide not to put it out. So there's like all this crazy stuff that can happen on the business side of things that I'm like kind of well versed in at this point. Like I know how that industry works. I've been privy to seeing people in that well before NFTs. So I just think like we're on something bigger. And if we take the opportunity that Web3 is providing us to like come together as a community and get behind something before it's big, we could be the ones that create that wave. Like we're the ones that decide what's cool. And if we have 1,000 or 7,000 or 10,000 people all reposting or pushing or commenting or liking and subscribing on things that we post, it gets massive reach outside of this echo chamber, and it actually has an opportunity to onboard more people into our ecosystem. So like in general, like just to answer your question in like a final note, like I'm trying to trend this IP to global phenomenon levels and do it for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not about the money. It's more of the for the community, and I love that. So you guys have some sick merch. I'm not gonna lie. I need to pick myself up some merch soon. Um, like how do you come up with those designs, and do you do that art
Sure.
on your own?
So there's only one design that I didn't do so far, and it's an artist I paid to collab with an artist. I had them create an original piece. It's the Wonderland design on the site. Man, that one is incredible. I just loved their art style. So like that's like one that I paid to have produced so that we could kind of put it on shirts and posters, and like it's just like a super ill design. But everything else, like I've kind of done myself, like just the garment approach and stuff. Like I have experience with making that kind of stuff in the past from doing graphic design and printing for other companies. So I know like what good stickers are. I know what like good shirts are. I know what good hats and like all this embroidery and stuff is. Um, I just think it's important to like put out products people want. So like what I've been doing with the art is kind of whenever there's like a moment that happens, I'll kind of encapsulate it with like a t-shirt design. Like a good one, an example is like the halfway cooked wrap video that we put out against the um the rotten eggs. Like that got made into a t-shirt design where it's just like the three homies on the front with the burger in the background. They're like mean mugging, but it's like that's a limited edition shirt. So you'll see stuff like cycle out eventually. Right now, there's like some cool hoodies where you can get like just the character's expression on the front, and it says BHB big on the back. And like, man, I mean, it's just like we're trying to trend the IP of the characters themselves and get people kind of attached to their characteristics and the way they act so that they can kind of know what to expect, just like you know what to expect from Cartman and Kyle and Stan and fucking Kenny.
They
You
killed
know what I'm
Kenny.
saying?
Yeah,
You know exactly what to expect though, because
you
you know
do.
how they all act, and
Yeah.
you grow attached to it. Like I love Cartman; he's funny as shit.
So, like, was South Park like a I don't want to say reference, but like something that inspired you to do this?
Absolutely. I mean, those guys are geniuses, and I think that the way that they've done their content is like a huge inspiration to how I've kind of designed my characters in a way that's simple. Like you see, just for example, like if you pick like the baked beaver in the audience, I have more work to do to like move his facial expression around to do stuff than I do on a big head because I left like their face blank. It's just like their eyes and the mouth. So the way South Park does their stuff, they do their videos in Flash and layers, and they have all the stuff like kind of assigned as assets already. And that's part of the reason they can come through and make shit really fast and like when it's appropriate. And I think that's like a super cool model because they can attach themselves to like pop and current culture and really kind of use it to trend their message. So I've
Yeah.
gathered a lot of inspiration from both the way they produce their show the way they've chosen to design their characters, and then also the humor style in the show is just fucking. They're the best satire on the planet.
Yeah, like speaking of like the layers, you can see that in just their intro. Like they show just like pasting, you know what I mean? Pasting the characters onto the screen. Um so before we go on, if you haven't already, join the uh join the giveaway. It's up at the top of the screen because I'm giving away a Big Head Billionaire. This won't happen every time, but I thought just since it's the first episode, we have to. And they were dipping, so I was like, oh, I have to pick some up. Okay.
Fuck yeah, let's go. It's a flame head too. It's a cool one.
Oh yeah. So I guess next, let's go into tickets. First of all, what are they?
You talking about the trade tickets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have like a variety of tickets, and like this is kind of one of the things that we do that's different. You'll see like a lot of places they'll display like a token or something where you can come and claim or something, but that puts like the burden on the user. So what we've been doing with our system, we don't do staking, we do pledging through CrowdSurf. It's kind of the same thing, except you don't get a token in return. We just get the analytics to know if you're like completing your pledges. And when you do, we send out these tickets. It's kind of randomized sometimes. Sometimes we do like a season pack or something, but they're traits. You can get animated upgrade traits where it makes your character animated, like as a GIF, as the NFT. You can get outfits, you can get all this stuff, but like there's some unique mechanics. Like we don't have a trait marketplace. So like the incentive is usually we have a way for people to participate in something, and it'll be like, yo, if you come and do this, you can potentially get this trade or this one, and it just kind of incentivizes people to stick around to like try to get what they want instead of just allowing them to have it because they had enough money or whatever. Like, and it also kind of gives us like a different way to do things. Like I notice bad cats, you can take traits off of your stuff and change it around. When you add a trait to ours, it's permanent for that slot. So if you change the head trait to like a pharaoh hat, his head is forever the pharaoh hat now. You can still change everything else so long as you haven't changed it already. But like the idea is to try to use these traits to diversify the original collection and add to like things that we didn't necessarily have before. So like we have like girl traits coming out, new body traits, textures, just stuff to keep things kind of interesting and give people the ability to customize and collect in a way that's like more fun and potentially more challenging than just having the bread to do it.
Yeah. So I mean, you answered the next question about how you get them. So like, do you ever state in like the shorts that you like produce that like a person that person could be in their own like little short or show if they own an NFT?
That's something that like we've kind of been trying to approach coming up. Like Treats has been pushing me. Treats is the project manager, NF Treats. I don't know if you guys know him, but follow him. I'm like the creative side. We're kind of basically partners at this point. He's been pushing me to make some kind of content like that, but like we've been careful about the framing of the word NFT, crypto, digital asset, because over across the fence in Web 2 and on YouTube and stuff, people have like a bad taste in their mouth from like those kind of things. They hear NFT and they immediately hear scam and they won't hear anything else. So that's why you'll hear us say like with the framing, it'd be like, yo, you can adopt a character and get in the show. So we're not really trying to trick people, we're just trying to like reframe it so they don't hate us immediately before they see what it is. But yeah, that's something we're trying to do more of. Is like you'll see that in the end of the next episode.
Yeah. Speaking of like, not being able to get pushed as much on YouTube using the word crypto or NFT, um, the big Web3 YouTubers that you see like right now, um, they all got big during the bull. And that was because YouTube was pushing their content way more because people were making money. But then when the bull hit and everyone lost a lot of money, they didn't and they stopped pushing Web3 content. So, um, but they got like a new owner or something. I saw on Twitter, and um, he's really big into NFTs, I guess. So hopefully soon more content will be getting pushed.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if it's something that YouTube can do directly. It's just something that kind of the community has done to itself with all these scams and the
Yeah,
problems that cryptos have seen, like the FTXs and the Sam Bankman-Frieds and these all these bad actors that are kind of making a bad name for NFTs. But what I realized is, it was a different project that was posting on YouTube some of their animated content. I saw it, and this was amazing. Like I was like, "Oh, this is great." I had a better understanding of like what NFTs are than a lot of the people in the comments. But what they were saying was stuff like, "Man, I love this. I was super excited until I saw this was an NFT." And then they immediately think this isn't anything. It's just going to be a JPEG that's useless and this isn't happening. I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, they're partnered with an animation studio. Here's the product. You said you liked it. You're just like burned by the word NFT. So I think it's up to people like us to really foment like the good vibes in the space and to like just be the people we're trying to say. Like, we haven't rugged anybody. We've done our best to like fucking stick our necks out for our holders at any cost, really. Like even with the trait thing, we airdrop those to people so that they don't have to spend a transaction fee to mint them. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of thought that goes into like taking the burden off of the customer, but there's so many problems in our ecosystem that don't even stem from like presenting the product, and there's just a lot we have to work through as like a generation. And I think we can. We just really got to buckle down. We've already lost a lot of the dead weight, like the biggest problems, like people like FTX, and I think we're gonna be good, bro. We're all gonna make it.
oh yeah, 100%. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, how long have like you been in Web3?
About a year and a half at this point, maybe a little longer. Feels like fucking 6 years, man.
It does, like you said earlier, like the Web3 time feels way longer than what actual time is.
When I first got into it, bro, I was like, I noticed you had to like stay up at goofy hours for action, and like it just felt like days were endless, man. And every day felt like 4 days, and that was just like the metric that I was using. Like everything is times four. So like if 30 minutes go by, it was really 2 hours. Like, it's just
Yeah.
funny.
So like, do you have a target audience?
Yeah, my target audience is probably about people between the ages of 18 to my own age, all the way up to 40, and people that enjoy the shows that we're trying to kind of emulate in a way. Like, you asked earlier about my inspiration. My inspiration comes from all over television. So you'll see a bit of SpongeBob, a bit of South Park, a bit of Rick and Morty, and a bit of like everything I watch in my own personal life that I've thought was funny and kind of like added to my own humor. You'll kind of see that all mesh together in our show, along with like my own storyline for like the characters and my own kind of ideas. So, my bad, I just kind of lost my train of thought there.
What made you think that like Big Head would succeed, and what makes you think, I mean, now that Big Head will go even farther than what it is now?
I think that we actually have a product. Right now, things are based off of like trading and speculation, and like nobody necessarily even cares what the product is. That's why you'll see things like that don't necessarily have a point, or everybody knows it's a Ponzi. They're just fine with it because that's okay. Like that's what they're here for. They're here to trade. But once we start bringing people in, like why I got involved with NFTs wasn't because I thought I was going to be making a ton of money. It was because I wanted exposure to new groups of people, and I got that immediately when I got here. I was like, "Whoa, I'm getting followed by celebrities and like cartoon pictures, and my views are going up." Like, if you guys have never started a Twitter account before, like, it's insanely hard to get past 50 followers. And like that's something that you can do basically instantly joining an NFT community. So when I got here, man, like it was just vibes, and that was the most fun part. People were having fun enjoying the product and like trying to be part of the community versus like just trying to make money. And I know it's a bull run, so like everybody was making money at the time and nobody was really worried about trying to cut throats for trades and stuff like that. And I think like once we get back to a point like that, that's when we're really going to see people interested in like real products and things that they can like tangibly see and get involved with. And we're that's why it's important to me to like get this content out ahead of time because you'll see like other projects will have trailers and stuff like that. That's good. It's good for speculation and hype to get their price up. But that stuff doesn't matter in the long run when you're trying to be a global phenomenon. It only matters to the 7,000 people or whatever your collection size is that are able to get in. We're trying to grow our audience to like millions of people. So I think once people really start enjoying themselves here again for reasons other than making money, we'll see products like ours be like more successful because it is funny, because you can go watch it, because you can be in it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to actually touch on two things that were, you said there. The first one was about physical products. Um, I agree. When people start, enjoying like actual products and not just trying to focus on the money, um, those projects are gonna get huge. I think projects like Drunken Ape Social Club. You've probably you know them actually. I know you do. Um, like their alcohol. It's gonna probably. I mean, they're doing pretty well right now, and only imagine during the bull when people are just enjoying themselves and not trying to, get the last point zero 0.01 soul out of their NFT. Um, and then also about Twitter. I never, I didn't really try to actually grow my Twitter until like August of last year, and I started at like 50 followers, and we've grown. I think pretty well, um, or pretty fast for the bear. So I'm excited. Um,
I'm proud of you, man. Like I think you've made quite a come up just on your account and just the time I've known you. So
appreciate you. Um, I guess going back to merch, I wanted to ask you this earlier, but like if you could have like that one product that you could have a big head billionaire like on, what would it be?
honestly, bro, I think like the thing that we do really well is these stickers. Like people love our stickers. I love wearing the shirts. Like I wear my big head shirts all the time and I try to like collect one of each. And I think like that's the most fun part is like the stuff people can wear and like attach to but the stickers, man, I have them on shit that I know they're not like coming off of. And it's just like it's hard to explain with merch because people think merch is going to make you like tons of money, but the revenue on merch is slim as hell. But stickers you can get for like pretty cheap and just like give them out, and people collect that shit and hold it and want to buy it later on. And like, I don't know, man. I just see like a big opportunity in like our characters and like the ones people like they're probably going to collect. So that's why you see like the two new hoodies that I put up. One of them is Bryce, the other one is Reggie. I'm probably going to have a Kyle one and a Dirge one, and they kind of go with their colors and shit. So I don't know. I just want people to like connect with what they want. I'm not too worried about like trying to turn a profit on merchandise. I just want to like have enough of it out there to where people are really rocking the shit and they care about it. Like when I see that people went out of their way and like bought a skateboard and shit, I'm just like blown away, dude. I'm like, yo, that is so fucking cool. Like, I just love to see it, man.
Yeah, I feel like it would be sick to have, my own brand on a hoodie or a shirt, just wearing it around, or just seeing on Twitter,
Word, word.
or just seeing on Twitter like someone else wear it like that. I feel like that would just make me just smile. Um, I feel like I need to get some stickers now. There's some open spots on my PC that need some filling of stickers. So
Let's go.
yeah,
Yeah, the Treats is doing a thing right now where if you go and like leave a comment on any of our videos on YouTube and then like go post proof in the Discord, you may get selected to win a sticker pack. And he's just gonna send out the limited edition stickers. Like usually you have to go to events to get them,
Uh
and
huh.
they're all different for each event. But you can get one that way. So pretty sick.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Um, Dang. I mean, that's all I have right. Yeah. Um,
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Carter
I
so
was
we can get to use to your platform? Yeah.
okay. Okay. Yeah. Hold up. Okay. So, hi. I'm Carter. I'm 13. Been in the space for almost a year now. March 2nd will be a whole year. Um, I started making YouTube content last year. It was more focused on gaming. But just in the last couple months, I've been focused on Web3 content. Uh, I make I make content on projects that I believe in and that I think are building some cool stuff. Um, right now, I have a it's a series called the What or the Who Is or the What Is series, and it's just a quick 4 minute, 5 minute video, and it's just the basics, and it's like a TLDR on a project. The big head one is coming out very soon. Hint, hint. Um, yeah, and now I just started the podcast. I used to have a podcast, and I had to stop it because of basketball. Basketball was taking up all my time. Um, but now it's over, and we have like 7 months off. So we're about to. It's about to go crazy. It's about to go crazy.
Use that time to build, fam. And like you said, just use all your platforms. I know there are people that are going to want to support you, especially since you're so young and you're out here ambitious. And just keep after it, bro. Like, I always say like 110%, bro. And that sounds like a cliche, but when you say it like this, you say, you have to give everything you got, even what you didn't know you had. And that's really what it takes, dog.
Yeah. Like I said today, I don't know if I put. Yeah, I don't think I said this in the Discord, but it was more of just like when Carlos DM'd me today, and it was like, yeah, I would love to be on your podcast soon. I was like, man, those late night spaces where I stayed up just to get more knowledge on people and build more connections. I was like, man, it's showing like it's showing. Shoot, what am I?
You're reaping the benefits of the seeds you sowed, bro.
Yeah,
That's why I'm here because I see you're after it. You're here. I know you're young and like you're trying to do shit, bro. And like people respect it, man. Like they do.
yeah. Um. Also, if you this is a little not off topic, but like, if you are a project founder or know any projects that would love to come on the podcast, please DM me. My DMs are always open, and I have like the first 23 projects that are coming on, but I can always get you in there. So, um, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the Fox Club already in the audience down there, get with them.
I know I still need
The
to talk to them.
Henchmen, they're good. Fucking Liberty might want to do it too, man.
Yeah, I need
You
to.
can talk to Phantom at Big Beavers.
Yeah, um, it's nice to have connections. That's one thing I've learned recently. Um, but like I said, Carlos is coming on soon for Jelly. We have Draxed from Famous Foxes coming on soon, and yeah, there's another pretty big guy. You guys might know him. His name's Frank. Um, yeah, you guys will see. Um, but yeah, there's also some people that would like to sponsor these too, so that's gonna be fun.
Do that, fam, because it makes a huge difference in like how much time you're able to spend here. Like, one thing I'll say about our project, we didn't collect the most money from Mint, but it would be very hard for me to dedicate as much time as I do to the show if I didn't have that kind of thing sitting around to really fund it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have to spend 99% of my time just grinding commissions in my real life to fucking get by. versus like, being minted and out and everything, like you have a little more breathing room. So keep your options open for things like especially like Patreon and stuff like that, even if you don't want to do an NFT project because people are gonna want to support you, man. Um but
Y-
yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna just actually talk about this. An NFT project that would be kind of like sick, you know. Like holder benefits, I guess. Like if they, it would be like like not a tiny number, but like a decent number of say like I don't know like just art that I like or something. Or
right.
yeah.
Build your platform up first because you can
Oh
get to
yeah.
like bark levels and then do it. You'll actually have like a sellout.
Oh yeah. Um. Yeah, that might actually be a cool thing to do. Um. But yeah, if anyone has like questions for either of us, just request. I'm down to bring you up. Did you have a question?
Oh no, I was just
Okay.
throwing it up. I'm just
Okay.
vibing.
um. So like, oh shoot, you said you did the like the art for the big heads?
Yeah, this is like kind of my style.
Yeah.
I like cartoony, thick lines, bold outlines, simple stuff sometimes. Like I have a wide variety of art styles, but this is like kind of my favorite, like cartoon stuff.
Yeah. How has TikTok been to you? Because TikTok has been pretty mean to me recently.
I don't handle the TikTok treats those, but he says it's more about like consistency.
That
So
yeah,
if you post
that
enough,
is very
then
true.
they'll start raising your ceiling for like how much your average views are.
Yeah. Actually, I might just make a
YouTube
TikTok right
Shorts is
now.
way better.
I agree. They've pushed me way more. Um.
They will too, especially if you use the hashtags right
Oh.
and use other
Yeah.
people's sounds.
Yeah. Um. I just stopped streaming on YouTube though because like I feel like they don't push streams as much. Streaming on YouTube is really only good if you're posting the VOD after.
Right. It's tough, man, with the long form content. Um, I think that's why, like, right now I'm trying to use shorts to generate a lot more, like, nominal interest so that people can come and, like, watch the longer episodes later. Because, like, just the way it is right now with people's attention spans, shorts and TikToks are, like, what people want to watch.
Yeah. It's after TikTok I mean everyone's attention span is ruined. Um it's
One
yeah.
thing about our episodes, though, is, like, when they come out, it's like a mint party. It's like the new episode of South Park is dropping. Like, so kind of everybody gets together to, like, to see the premiere. You know what I'm saying? So that is like a really fun thing that happens. We all get together. The episodes usually go like a live premiere, so we can chat alongside it and shit. And then, yeah, man, we usually just have a fucking romp like the whole time afterwards, the whole day usually when an episode drops, and it's just a great time. Like, so regardless of like the YouTube views busting out, like when these episodes drop, like we really come together as like a community to watch this shit and like entertain and internalize it, you know?
Yeah. Um I mean my last long form like video I mean it has like 60 views, which is actually decent for me. Um like because I just started. But I think after this podcast like, posting it on YouTube, um I think I think we'll get some traction very soon. Um have you ever worked with like clouds?
Yeah, Clouds was a mod in our
Oh
in our
yeah.
Discord for like a long time.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Um yeah,
He's
he's
a good guy. He does good content. I like the way he does his cuts on his videos. I think if you're gonna use like audio clips and stuff like this, like definitely cut it up into like a lot of shorts and repost those because
Oh,
it'll still
I
get
def
viewed.
I definitely am. Yeah. Like the main points and stuff. Um yeah, I mean, right now we're just vibing, so if anyone else wants to come up, like I said, just request and I'm down to bring you up.
Yeah,
if
I'd
you're
love to
good with
hear
it.
like questions from anybody if you guys have them.
Yeah.
If not, I get it. I kind of monologued there for a while.
Yeah. I mean, you hit pretty much everything. It was really good.
I've been shilling this bad lad for a while now, man. It's real easy because it's fun.
Hey, someone requested. Hey, DZ. Nah, he's gonna get hyped. Ready? DZ, get hyped.
Bro, bro,
No, no, I'm not. I'm not like. Never mind. That's okay.
I can hype you up. Give me a second.
No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not. I'm not Marky. I get it.
It's just that I fucking like lost my voice from yesterday. God
Nah,
damn it.
actually, nah. That was actually impressive. You can have your day off. You can have your day off.
My
My
fucking
man
throat
was
hurts, dude.
shouting into the microphone, rage. He said, "Let's go!"
I
He
tried to
really
hold it
did.
as long as I could, bro. As long as I could. I'm gonna
They
work
wouldn't.
on it.
They wouldn't stop the space for you. I felt kind of bad.
It's okay, dude.
That was a good cookout, though. I heard the time before not as many people came, so I was glad to have it be kind of hype, and it was a good turnout.
Oh yeah, it was fun, man. I was a little late because I was in Focus Five space, but I'll be
I
I'll
was late
be
too.
I'll be there on time next time. I told Marky I would.
I was hella late too, fam. I
I
came in like 20 minutes late.
I'm the official hype man though. It's in my bio now.
Let's fucking go! Yeah, you turned that shit up quick. You said you came in. You said you got to pump it up.
Yeah. You.
I'm making a playlist for next week.
Oh no. You a good hype man. I'm not gonna lie. You a good hype man. I feel like you could be a DJ.
I rap, bro. I've been performing arts for 10 years. I love being loud and in front of people and talking.
Yeah, I hate being in front of people and talking, but hey, it's okay. I'm working on it. That's why I do this Twitter Spaces, and you'll see me on Twitter Spaces all the time. So,
Hey, we vibing. You're not doing bad.
hey,
Fucking tired, guys. I'm fucking exhausted.
What are you doing with your Saturday night, bro? What? It's 9:40.
It's only 7:50 here. I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting for my fiance to get home so go eat some dinner, but I've been working these last hour and a half. I've been working on my taxes and they don't want to give me anything this
oh,
year, so
yikes. Um, taxes.
I'm
Um,
getting a refund of $50, guys.
What the fuck, my boy?
Dude, that's 25 for the state and 25 for federal. It cost me more to do my taxes.
yo,
Wow.
DZ,
What's up?
you said you're doing a podcast soon. Show yourself a little bit.
Shill myself? Is that what you said?
Yeah, show yourself in your podcast.
Sure, bro. I haven't even really put any content out yet. I've been just watching a shit ton of podcasts and taking notes and creating like a general theme. And then I'll be taking like a week to kind of practice and make some content and just watch it amongst myself and some friends and get some feedback. And then after that, fucking just start having people on to speak, shoot the shit, talk about crypto, NFTs, world news, pretty much anything that I'm interested in or anyone else wants to talk about. But yeah, man, I got a full setup. I got my whole room fucking ready to go. I got my green screen. I just got to get fucking on it. The hardest part is doing something with the tools, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need to invite me on first of all.
You're already on the list, my buddy.
I am. That's actually crazy. Um,
Yeah, I remember I messaged you the other day and you said you wanted, so I had Chat GPT add you to the list.
W Chat GPT.
Oh,
Um,
he's my personal assistant. He's doing everything for me.
do you have a name yet?
For what, the podcast?
Yeah.
Right now, I just have it as my name, but I haven't figured. I've been like spitballing ideas, like
I mean, I can
Something silly and catchy is kind of probably what I'll go for.
yeah, I came up with my name on Wednesday, so don't worry, you have time. Um, it took me forever.
Yeah, I want to do something with like alliteration or
Yeah, I
like
got.
diving with DZ or I don't know
Oh,
something
ooh.
deep dives with
I was
DZ.
gonna say deep dives with DZ. Um, is that rich water? Oh my goodness, that is rich water. I love rich water.
I just want to create content, man.
Yeah,
I want to bring value one way or another. I mean, we all spend hours a day on our goddamn phone watching all kinds of bullshit. So maybe I can create something to fill the space of that bullshit and actually give some information to people.
yeah. That's what I. That's like the one thing I wanted to do was like, sure, I'm doing this for myself as well, but I also want to give out. The listeners. I want them to learn some stuff about whatever project I'm bringing up. And I think it's also a good opportunity for the projects or the people that come up because maybe I get some more eyes on them and maybe, people buy some NFTs because of me. So,
Let's fucking burn!
Got to burg it up.
Did
a
you guys burg today? I made a breakfast burg out of a bagel.
that
I
sounds
had
Bro,
eggs and
bomb.
bacon on it.
you straight have a burger every day, bro. It's crazy.
Dude, there's many
Oh,
things to classify as a burg.
I
Okay.
saw that on Twitter. Didn't you tweet out a picture of the burg you had this morning?
Oh yeah.
It looked
It's on my
bomb.
B Haley account. Here, I'll find it real quick and tag it.
I
I'll
had
pin it to the top.
what did I have? I don't eat breakfast. Um, for
It was
lunch,
actually lunch.
Yeah, I
for
don't eat breakfast either.
for lunch I had. What did I even have for lunch? I don't even know if I ate lunch either. I don't even really know.
Sheesh. Well, I pinned it at the top if you want to see. That shit was fresh, bro.
I had a
The
couple
homies were pulling
orange.
out.
What?
I said the homies were pulling out to go to McDonald's, and they were like, "You want anything?" I was like, "Fuck that, dude! I'm gonna make this." Took
McDonald's
me
is.
like 10 minutes.
Ugh. I hate fast food though. So except Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A slaps. Um, and no one can tell me different.
Popeyes is pretty good too if you go to the right hood restaurant. The one in Flint smacks, dude.
Oh man. Okay, question. You think I should like start streaming these, like on Twitch?
Maybe. I know when you stream on OBS, you can stream live to Twitter too,
Actually,
somehow.
hmm. That hmm. That's interesting. But I don't know. I'll have to think about
Ye-
that because I
Like you could be on like Twitch or YouTube and then have it ping Twitter and it'll put like a red ring around your profile picture and it'll say live and it'll forward to that.
actually that's sick.
I've used it before for my music page on Twitter, but not recently.
You making any music yourself?
Yeah, down on my B Haley account, like there's some stuff I posted. You may have to scroll for a minute, but there's some new music I've been previewing.
So like you do everything, huh? Like
I
everything.
dude, I'm a creative. Like when I see some shit I want to do, make, create. Like I just learned how because nobody's gonna be able to get the ideas out of my head but me.
Yeah, that's actually a good like way to think about it. Um, okay, question again. What project do you think I should have on? Like, is there a project you think I should definitely have on?
Yeah, man. I mean, the Fox Club down there is doing some great things. I know Henchman, like I said, is doing some cool stuff with comics. It's kind of in our area. Baked Beaver's is a project that I like hold myself that I think is like really underrated. That's done some super cool things with like their art and like they also have some cool merch. Like I got a hat and shit from them. So there's some really good people out here that like could use the exposure. So
Yeah.
reach out, man.
Yeah, use my platform as a, like, better for everyone. Um, but dang, we went 55 minutes. 55. I think, I'll wrap, the recording and then we can just keep going. If actually no, I have to draw the winner. Hold up. I got to draw the winner of the giveaway. Twitter picker.
Draw your giveaway winner, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you guys haven't entered on it,
You
probably
guys
you got split seconds now. It's the
Twitter.
first pin post.
Yep, you guys have I'll give you until 9:59 and then we'll pick.
Let's go. And like I said, if you go on YouTube and go leave some comments on our stuff and jump in the Discord, um, just submit the proof that you did it. You can win like potentially a sticker pack. Like I said, these stickers are limited edition. Can't really get them through our website like that. The whole idea is that you gotta like either show up to an event or participate in something super cool to like get these. So check it out.
And if you haven't already, make sure you're following all the speakers up here right now because truly they deserve it. And make sure you're following B. Haley on YouTube because that's where you can see the Big Head episodes. And make sure you're subbing to me on YouTube as well because you will get to see the other podcasts that I do if you don't get to make it. So, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. So, Cardboard down there is donating another Big Head to the giveaway.
Let's go. Fucking cardboard. So we got 2 winners. That's sick.
Yeah, we get 2 winners. Okay. So, copy link. Paste link. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is the second time I've ever done this.
You're good. Just run it with no settings.
Just don't even follow the requirements.
No, because there's sometimes they'll like exclude people because they didn't have a banner or like dumb shit.
Oh.
So I just nix them all because these rooms are usually so small that like you can pick a winner pretty easily.
Yeah. Okay. Picture no, banner no, description no, location no. Tweet count as low as you can go. There we go. Yep. Okay. Load tweet. If anyone else wants to come up here and just chill for a little bit, you can.
I think you're on the right page, bro. We'll just do these couple draws and we'll close it out. It's been a decent talk.
That's what I was thinking. Continue. Begin draw.
I'm over here building a playlist right now, guys. The Family Cookout Ultra Hype playlist.
Wow. Begin draw. Hey. Nico. And wait. Is Janko still here?
If he's not here, you can just draw it again.
And is Nico? Yep, Nico's here. Congrats, Nico. You won 1. And then redraw. Oops. Apolly? Is Apolly here? Yes, he is. So, Apolly, DM me. Nico, DM me. Both with your wallet addresses.
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't. It's
I
not
think a poly is a she.
she. She.
I think.
Congrats.
Pretty sure.
I actually have to DM Janko now. That's funny, but okay. It's been fun. I appreciate, B Haley for coming out. DZ, thanks for coming up. And this was a W. This was I would say a W first podcast.
Big W, sir. Yeah, man. Just keep it up. Speak with confidence. Know your questions. You're doing great, man.
Appreciate it. Okay, so